the cold weather that we've got at the moment. I think I know most of the, certainly with the airport staff here, I know most of the faces in the room. But for those of you who don't know me, my name's Matt Clarke and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Kenton International Airport. The announcement this morning is a product of a great deal of work from a lot of people, and I'm very proud to represent them here today. It's something that's been going on for a long time, and we're very happy to bring it to a good end. It's great to see the VIPs that we have in the audience this morning. Thank you very much for coming down, and I include in that list the airport staff here, and they're people that are working at the airport and have been waiting very patiently for this day to arrive, so it's a good day for all of us here at the airport. I have great pleasure in introducing to my left here Niall Duffy, who is the Head of HR and Public Affairs for Flybe, the UK's #1 regional airline. And Niall and I have the honour this morning of announcing the return of daily scheduled passenger services to Manston. Niall, if you can please step in and announce the routes.
Yeah, thank you ever so much, Matt. One quick correction, HR scares me, I'm PR. I'm Niall Duffy, I'm the Head of PR and Public Affairs for Flybe, which means journalists and politicians, and I'm delighted to see both represented here this morning. Well, without much of a fanfare, actually I think we should have a fanfare. I'm delighted to be able to say that from May the 27th, Flybe will be introducing a daily service from Kent International Airport to Edinburgh. This will be operated on our Bombardier Q400, state-of-the-art, environmentally sensitive, environmentally efficient, low fuel burn, and for the neighbours in the area, a quiet aircraft. This is something we've been planning with Matt for some considerable time. Flybe is unashamedly a regional airline. We don't attempt to bring in big aircraft and shunt around thousands of people to far-flung places. We know what we're good at. We are a regional airline. We're the biggest airline in Manchester, at Birmingham, in Belfast. We're the third biggest airline now at Gatwick. We're the biggest airline in all of the Western Isles and the Shetlands, out of the Channel Islands and the Isle of Man. So we understand the UK regions. I think the thing I can also say about Flybe, which is pretty important given the history of scheduled services from Manston, is that you'll be delighted to hear that Flybe is profitable and solvent. We don't do things on a whim. Flybe, when it takes a decision to come into an airport, we do it because we've done the research, because we've got good partnerships with our airports, and when you look at Manston, you see something that's ready to go. So we're delighted to be able to say that there'll be a year-round route from May the 27th on a daily basis from Manston to Edinburgh with Flybe, and let's hope it's the start of something even bigger than that.
Great. Just as we reach another milestone in the development of Kent International, I thought it would be a good opportunity just to look at some of the progress we've made to date and to talk about that for a few moments. Since purchasing the airport in 2005, Infratil's done a lot of work in the background, investing in the plant and equipment, refurbishing the manoeuvring area, and completely renewing the airfield's electrical systems. A lot of this infrastructure work is very much required to attract such a top-class airline such as Flybe, and we're very happy to have done that. We've also developed the procedures in use at the airport, and we've introduced a safety management system which the regulators tell us is as good as any they've seen in use at a UK airport, so we're very proud of that as well. We've also invested in our skills base, training new air traffic controllers, our engineers, rescue firefighters, all the while our cargo business has continued to show significant year-on-year growth. I guess thirdly, and most importantly really, we've put a lot of time and resource into preparing for the future of the airport, and that work really culminated last year in the release of our airport master plan. That document was the product of a lot of technical study, surveys and a public consultation process which went on for a year and attracted over 400 responses, so there was a lot of input to that. And we've got a very solid plan which we're very proud of, and we're very happy also to say that this is a very important piece in the puzzle, and pretty much as we anticipated it would be. We've prepared the ground for growth, and we're very well prepared for it. In the plan, we noted the Edinburgh route as a route that we saw as having great potential. It's a route that's performed very well out of Kent International in the past, and it's certainly one that supports a great deal of passengers already travelling between somewhere in Kent and Edinburgh, and vice versa from Edinburgh to somewhere in Kent. So there's already a lot of traffic on that route via alternate airports, and we're certainly expecting to attract a good number of them here. We've long stated that we seek to grow the traffic at the airport in an incremental and sustainable fashion, with a strong preference for dealing with airlines that have a stable and profitable business model. And as Niall put it very well before, Flybe is a partner, and we couldn't have hoped for any better to actually kick that off at Kent International and give us a very stable base to leap forward from. So we're thrilled to have Flybe here, and we look forward to further developing the partnership we have with them as the UK's #1 regional airline establishes itself at Kent's #1 airport. Thank you.
I think perhaps before we take a few questions, it would be remiss of me not to service from here to Edinburgh. Rather than spending 6.5 hours on a train, you can do it in 80 minutes in one of our aircraft. And I think it would be ultra remiss of me not to suggest that at a starting price of £24.99 single, it's a pretty good deal as well. Should we take some questions?
Well, I think we're going to split up for the interviews now. So
Yeah.
They come on.
Happy to do that.
So I think they've got set up with all the little people, and we'll catch up with the others later.
Thank you ever so much for coming, everybody. It's really good to be here.
Just before you do split up, I think probably everybody in the room knows that you're heading back to New Zealand. And it would be remiss if we didn't say now, thank you for everything that you've done for Thanet while you've been here. We wish you well for the future. We look forward to meeting your successor, but this is a wonderful time there to go out on. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you, Richard. Now, I think
This is where we just